Councilwoman Seaman here, and we're back for another Business Saturday. And I'm excited today because I'm with Ed from CadreLV. CadreLV, that's a very interesting name. How did you come up with it, and why did you come up with it? Tell the audience out there.
Cadre is a term you'll find in the dictionary, and I actually use the dictionary from the 1800s. That means it's a small, trained group of leaders, and it had a military context behind it. We're not military, but we do train leaders to be better leaders.
And we do need leaders at this time. We need leaders in business and everywhere. You have a dictionary from the 1800s? That is very interesting in itself. So tell people exactly what you do. You know, are you a coach? Are you a consultant? And how do people, exactly how does your program go?
The answer to that is yes. I am a coach, a consultant, and really I serve two audiences in Las Vegas. Number one, CadreLV was started to be a CEO roundtable for Christian business owners. So we have a faith component. Now, not everyone falls into that category, but I'm also a John Maxwell certified consultant, which means that I work with any business anywhere to develop leadership, communication skills. People development is what it's all about.
I love that. I love that there's a faith base behind it too, because you probably mentor and train a lot of pastors as well, right?
No.
Okay.
We don't train pastors. What we do is we work with Christian business owners.
Oh.
Because you can be a business owner and you can do business the wrong way. That as a faith-based group, we want to do business in a good way for the city, for our constituents, for our stakeholders, but we also want to honor God in all that we do.
I love it. So you actually bring up leaders in business. So who reaches out to you? What types of businesses have reached out to you? Are they the smaller business, the corporations, or all of the above?
We have businesses from a sole proprietor with, maybe one or two people, small businesses with less than 10 employees, and businesses that have more than 100 employees. The idea is the leader needs to be desiring to grow and develop themselves and their team. And
then they can train their team better.
Yes.
Oh, I love what you do. I think this is amazing. I mean, I've been doing small business for a while, and this is the first time we've had somebody who actually trains leaders, and it can be faith-based. So it's just amazing. Tell us about some of the other things, some of the things that you do when you're training leaders, and some of the results that you've had.
Well, the big thing that we do is we meet regularly once a month for a full day. And most leaders initially say there's no way that I could take a full day out of my month to work on growth. We call it working on your business, not working in your business.
Even I could take a full day a month, and I'm totally busy, so I like that.
We can do whatever we want to do. The goal is to decide what we want to do, how do we want to use our time. But we start off with business training. But for those that are used to the term mastermind, we are a super mastermind group where people know each other, they trust each other, and you can share the business challenges that you have with other business owners that are going through the same challenges, and use that information as best practices to run your business in a better way.
And you mentioned something earlier about the city, what you could do for the city. Talk about that.
Well, that was just for you later. But
okay.
But one of the things I do with the John Maxwell team is to do we have this game called the leadership game. It's where you bring leaders who work together into a room and you play this dice game, which would go over well in Las Vegas. And what happens is you learn so much about your business, you learn so much about your employees, that you now have a better understanding of your team, where you're strong, where you're weak, and where you need to go.
Well, I have open meeting laws here that we're not all supposed to be in the same room together when we're doing certain things, but maybe a dice game. This is Vegas, so we'll see. Sounds like a lot of fun.
I'll leave the legal aspect to you.
Well, maybe we can do it with my team here.
Absolutely.
Yeah, with my special assistants and my chief of staff. That sounds like a lot of fun. Actually, Can you tell people how they can reach out to you and your website, your if you want to give your phone number, your social media, all of the above?
The best way is to Google my name, Ed Segala. I'll pop up everywhere on the web.
Can you spell your last name so they?
I can.
Okie doke.
Segalla. Or you can just call me if you prefer, 702-301-9519. I am, if I could say this, I am a boomer, which means I will take a phone call.
Now, what about social media? Don't tell me boomers don't do that, because they do.
Well, I do have this thing called Facebook.
Oh.
But like I said, if you want to call me, 702-301-9519.
Do you know your tag on Facebook?
Not really sure how to use a tag, but I do have a Twitter.
Okay, what's your Twitter?
I'm not really sure, but it has Ed Segala in it somewhere.
Hey, how about we put it in the post?
Okay.
How about we add your Facebook and your Twitter in the post? Do you have a website?
No, but I use LinkedIn extensively.
Oh, okay.
And so if you are on
Do you
LinkedIn,
know your LinkedIn?
Yes, it's Ed Segala at LinkedIn somewhere. And
is your picture there so they can recognize you?
My
In
picture
case
is
there's
there.
more than one Ed Segala.
There's only one of me in Las Vegas, and all my contact information is on LinkedIn as well.
You have been so much fun.
Not as much fun as you.
Now it's time for me to play a dice game.